All right, David, thanks so much. Well, we continue this week-long celebration of a career that's spanned nearly 3 decades of broadcasting here in the East. Allan Hoffman's in Tarboro with a look back at what was more than likely the biggest story of his career.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that, Amanda. Over my 40-year career, this was the biggest story that I've ever covered. 7 days on the air, day and night. In 1999, where I'm standing right now in the city of Tarboro, we would have been underwater. You might remember, those of you who lived through it, that old saying, you can't get there from here. Well, back then, it was true because of Hurricane Floyd and the flood of the century. The fear, the uncertainty, the never-ending fight.
I never in my life rowed a boat before, but I had to take a chance to get out of the water. We was almost sinking in the church.
I'm really scared right now. Everything I own is about to go underwater.
Major events in our history are usually marked by a single day, but not the floods caused by Hurricane Floyd. We dealt with it for days, weeks, months, and even years.
We just felt so trapped because we had nowhere to go. Water was coming in from this end, water was coming in from over here, and we didn't have anywhere to go.
More than a decade later, many families across the East are still recovering from the storm that destroyed eastern North Carolina in September of 1999. Destroyed by a bully named Floyd, a hurricane twice the size of Florida shook our community to its core, and it forced us all to dig deep and find a way to beat the bully. For me, this wasn't one story. It was a young girl looking for her mother.
Hey, Mommy, I love you.
And there you go. You okay?
Yes.
It was the town of Princeville, essentially wiped off the map from Floyd's floodwaters.
It just takes the life from you. It's just like you're standing here, but you done died with it. But it's been devastated, really. Even for the kids, you know, even my grandchildren asked me, said, "Mom, can we go home?"
The farmers in Duplin County who not only lost their homes, but their way of making a living. The town of Tarboro, where family businesses stood no chance of the flood of the century. It was one couple trying to tie the knot early to escape flood's fury.
You may now kiss your bride.
And it hit close to home, too. My home. My son, a student at ECU, lost everything when the water rose 4 feet in his home. But amid the destruction and the pain and the heartache, there was heroism and there was hope. Hope for those who lost it all, and the heroism of those who went above and beyond to help neighbors they had never met.
Our people will be with us, and they'll be here. If it's filling sandbags, they'll be praying and filling sandbags. So they'll be with us regardless. These are some good folks here, unified people.
And it was that dark period for so many that turned into one of the most defining moments in our history of the East. And I want you to take a look at something. You see this white sign? You see the red line across it? Well, that's the high water sign at the Edgecombe County administrative buildings. That meant that's how much water was inside that building. Now, just a stone's throw from where I am right now, the town of Princeville, which is the first town incorporated by freed slaves, it was completely underwater, but they decided to stay and to rebuild. They've rebuilt the levees, and here in Tarboro, they have learned a number of lessons about this whole thing and how to deal with something like that in the future. And Amanda, I got to tell you something. These people are fiercely proud of what they have accomplished in that short period of time, 13 years.